welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing Currently Inked for October. This is actually my very first Currently Inked video, so we're gonna try to make this work. So let's start off with the supplies I'm using. So my ink journal is a Galen leather, 52 GSM Tomoe River in white blank paper, and I have this in a chic sparrow cover. I really like this. It's a B6 notebook, and I have it in a B6 traveler's notebook actually. And this is in the dark brown Scout. Is it the Scout, I believe? Yeah, because it has the creme leather on the inside, but it has the Maverick leather on the outside, and it's just really nice. I mean, I just love that. I will admit that and I really initially wanted to set up my A5 note, my ink journal in an A5 notebook, but I just didn't have the notebook along with the cover that I wanted, so I just went ahead and settled for a B6. We will be holding the pages down with this Traveler's Company notebook clip, just to kind of help keep our pages laid down. I have all of my pens that will be filled in a Galen leather zip and slip. This is the 6 pen slots, and it's by Galen leather as well with the flaps, and I really like this. The only thing about it is I kind of have to hold these down as I zip it up, or else I'm not sure if you can tell, but right on the edges you'll see where it gets frayed because it gets stuck in the zipper. But I mean, I really like it, so I can live with that, you know. I got this right here. Where did I get Yoseka? Yoseka stationery. It is a stamp, and instead of whenever I test out inks or pens, instead of writing that sentence over and over again, the brown fox jumped over the lazy dog, it was just, to me, it's just perfect, and I just absolutely love it. I had to get it, so I went ahead, and as you can see, it has Yoseka stationery on the side here. So I thought, what better first use for it, because it's kind of the first time I've used it. Well, it's the first time I'm using it to film, just to use it for my Currently Inked. So I just thought that was just perfect. Okay, so let's get started. All right, the first pen and ink combination will be my Sailor Pro Gear. This is the Pro Gear Classic, not a Pro Gear Slim, and it's in the color pink gold. And I'm assuming it's because it has rose gold accents, but it's a white pen, and the clip, the band near the finial, and the nib are gold. Well, they are, and I just really like it. This is actually my very first Pro Gear, and I was a little on the fence because once I got it, I was like, is this scratchy? It's just this feedback, and I just had a really hard time telling. But anyway, the very first the first pen will be inked with Pilot Iroshizuku Inaho. This has been discontinued, and my goal is to find a dupe for this pen and for this ink. So let's, not for the pen, I'm sorry, but for the ink. So let's go ahead and see what this color looks like. This is a very coveted color, and I was a little unsure if I was going to like it, but I was able to snag a bottle of it, and I actually do like it. It's like a green, brown, gold, has gold tendencies, I guess you could say, in the background. But yeah, I actually do like it. I actually like it a lot. So this is the Sailor Pro Gear in pink gold. And this only comes in a medium fine nib. So yeah, I really like it. And I finally, since this is my very first Pro Gear, I wasn't sure if I could tell the difference between scratchiness and feedback, but the more I used it, and I actually inked it with a few other inks first. I'm like, yeah, this is scratchy. I'm not feeling this. But the more I changed inks, I realized once I came to this particular ink, once I inked it with the Iroshizuku ink, I'm like, okay, this is just feedback. This is not scratchy. The other inks I tried before were rather dry, I think. So it is inked with Palette Iroshizuku. And I might have misspelled that just a little bit. So yeah, I really, really do like that. And I hope you can see it well. In case someone saw another video from myself just a few days ago, yes, I did post a different video for my currently inked. And once I posted it, I realized, okay, this looks like crap. I realized, like, this is just not, the images weren't good. You couldn't really see the inks well. I was using a different stamp. So anyway, this is my second inked pen, and absolutely, I mean, this is just gorgeous. This is the Narwhal. I'm not sure exactly. They changed the spelling or pronunciation of it, but this is the Voyager in Tromso, and it's supposed to represent Northern Lights. And it's, when I saw this come out, I immediately was like, I have got to have this pen. And this is a medium nib. This pen does not cap, but it's just perfect. So let's see, let's go ahead and color this in. The color that, the ink that I have in here is right here. Papier Plume Bayou Nightfall. This is the only ink that I have gotten from this company, but I do like it. It's like a faded grayish blue. Not too dry. It's not too wet. It's a very well-behaved ink. And I always wondered what people meant when they said, oh, the ink is well-behaved. I'm like, what in the world does that mean? Yeah, now I realize what it means. So this is, let's write this down here. I hope I'm spelling this right. Lava Voyager. And this is the Tromso. And it is in a medium nib. Ooh, I love this pen. I really, really like this pen. And it is inked with, gotta make sure I write this correctly. I guess this is French. Papier Plume. P-L-P-L-U-M-E. Ooh, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And it's in Bayou Nightfall. Very nice ink. And it's a fairly wet writer. I do like it. I mean, the color is really nice. It looks a little bit more saturated in the viewer here. In person, this is very saturated because this is a fairly wet pen. My nib is fairly wet on this pen. But here, it just looks a little bit grayer in person than it does in the viewfinder here. But really, really, really like this pen. I do. Okay, the next pen we have is the Pilot Custom 823. And this is in a fine nib. This is my very first custom 823. I've actually, since inking this, I have used this pen, I don't know, like 3 days straight. Three days straight. Partly because I love the pen and I love the ink that it was matched with. I did notice that it started skipping after a bit, so it may be, I didn't fill it all the way up because this is a piston filler, and it can hold quite a bit of ink. And I did not fill it all the way up. If I had been a piston filler, you know how it creates the suction, and if I want to really fill it up, I could have turned it upside down, screwed out some of the air, and filled it even more to kind of get it full, but I didn't. It only went, you know, just a little bit of ink went in there, to be honest with you. But I filled it with the Pilot Iroshizuku Tsukushi, that's it. Another of their discontinued inks, but I really like this. I'm all about some brown and neutral toned and earth toned inks. So let's see this, and it also sheens. I'm not sure if we'll be able to see it good here, but it has wonderful sheening. There's a little bit of reddish green color sheening to it, but yeah, I do love this pen, and I'm just using my finger to hold down the paper so that it doesn't flip up on me. So this is the Pilot Custom 823. This is the smoke color. I really like this pen so much that I think I want to go back and get the amber. And they do not sell in the United States. They don't sell it, but if you buy directly from Japan, they have like a demonstrator one that's clear and black. But this is in the fine nib, and this is inked with Pilot Iroshizuku. I'm horrible with pronouncing names, and it is Tsukushi. Guys, please forgive me for not pronouncing that correctly. But yeah, this is just a beautiful reddish brown. I certainly hope that you can appreciate the color. As a matter of fact, for this particular ink, I think I actually did a test on it not long ago. So let's see if we can find it here, because I was so excited to get here it is. And if you can tell, it has a little bit of green sheen to it. You can see that there, that's a good image of it. So yeah, really do like that ink. Now let's go ahead and hold this one down. The next pen that we're going to look at will be the SBI Diamond 580. I didn't think I was gonna really like this pen. I really didn't, because I just didn't know if it was gonna be gold or yellow, but it is kind of a goldish, orangish, but I love this pen. It is a medium nib, but it writes so well, and I have it inked with Venta Ochre 1797, another beautiful brown color, and these are definitely my fall-ish colors. So yeah, but this pen writes so smooth. Love it. And I did notice when I was writing with it that there seemed to be a little bit of shimmer in this ink. I'm like, I don't recall there being shimmer. So I think there's just a little bit of residual from the last time it was filled. But generally speaking, the Venta ink, this ink does not have shimmer in it. But I really do like it. So this is the SBI Diamond 580. And this is in a medium nib with Venta. Someone please tell me how to pronounce this appropriately. Does anybody else talk their way through their writing? Because I do. So yeah, absolutely love this color, love this pen. It is not a gold nib, and of course, just like any SBI, the ink capacity is just phenomenal. It is absolutely phenomenal. So really do like that. Let's see. The next pen we have is the ESTHERBROOK Esty in Nouveau Blue, and this is with a fine nib. I actually also purchased, because I bought this secondhand, it is pre-loved, with the journaler nib, no, the scribe nib, with the scribe nib, but I decided to switch it and put on the just a regular fine nib this first time using it. And this will be inked with, and as you can see, I've pretty much gone through this ink, Diamond Oxford Blue. And it's this, I don't know if like what the deal is, but this is a very thick ink. I like it. I'm normally not a major fan of just regular blue inks. I'm not. Because to me, it's just so, ugh. It's just so, I guess I shouldn't say ugh. I don't know. I always thought blues were boring. I know a lot of people think brown is boring. So to each his own. I don't want to be offensive to anyone. But a blue has to have just the right tone for me so that I don't, otherwise I'll just get bored with it. This one is deep enough but yet vibrant enough that it does catch my eye, and I really, really do like it. So here we have the ESTHERBROOK Esty. And this is in the Nouveau Blue with a fine nib. And it is inked with the Diamond Oxford Blue. Yeah. I think maybe it's the lighter blues that I have a problem with, but this I don't know what it is about this particular one, but I do like it. I do like it a lot. So there you have that one. And the last one, this pen has totally shocked me. So I've had this pen for a while. I bought it off of Amazon. It is the Sailor Le Cool. And I think it's like $25, you know? I think it's like $25. But it has a basic steel nib on it, and it's very inexpensive, but I really like it. And this is inked with, let me find it, here we go. This is inked with the Diatramentus Artist Green Gray. It's not a warm toned green, but I do like it. I do like it. So let's see here. And this is an A. I think this is a medium fine nib. It writes a little bit more fine than my regular Pro Gear though. But yeah. So here we have the Sailor. Cool. And I think this is the pearl color. And it is in a medium fine nib. And it is filled with Diatramentus Green Gray, Diatramentus Artist Green Gray. Yeah, this pen shocked me because for it to be a lower level Sailor pen, I was amazed with the way it writes. It really writes really nicely. And I mean, it's smooth. The nib is just, I'm gonna be honest, the nib is just as smooth as my Pro Gear Classic. I mean, yeah, I was thoroughly shocked. Now, the size of the Pro Gear, I dig this way more. I really dig the size of this one. But because that one feels better in the hand. But as far as the writing experience, this is just fine. I mean, I really, really do like it. I hate that there are not more options in color. I mean, there are other options out there, but not as many as with, say, the Pro Gear Slim. So, yeah. And the only other pen that I don't normally document is I always do have a pen in black. And I have my SBI Diamond Mini, and it is filled with the Diamond Jet Black. And I normally, if I document my currently inked for the month, I don't normally document black. I don't know why. I just always have a pen that is filled with black, but I don't know why, and I don't want to discriminate against black ink. I think I probably need to do a little bit more of a deeper dive and research on black inks, like, red black, blue black, purple black, a grayish black, and blacks with different shimmers and sheens. And maybe that can perk my interest with black inks. But for right now, to me, it's just black. I don't do a whole lot with that. So anyway, let's take a look. We're just going to go over these one more time. So we have the Sailor Pro Gear, the pink, and it is in medium fine nib, the palette Iroshizuku Inaho. Definitely will be getting back with you guys on that one, because I am going to find a dupe for this, or as close as I can get to it, because when this ink is gone, I'm going to be so sad and disappointed. So sad and disappointed. So I need something as close as I can get to it. Next, the Tromso, the Novelor Tromso in the medium nib with the Bayou Nightfall. The colors just really pulled out this pale light greenish, grayish color here. So really like that. The next color, the next pen is the Pilot Custom 823 in Smoke with the fine nib, and it is inked with the Pilot Iroshizuku Tsushiki. And if I am saying this wrong, feel free to correct me. I don't have a problem with that. Okay, the next one is the SBI Diamond 580 with a medium nib, and it is filled with the Venta Ochre 1797. I guess I should make sure I'm in frame. Forgive me. Then the ESTHERBROOK SD in Nouveau Blue. It is filled with Diamond Oxford Blue. And yes, I do like to match the colors in my pens. Some people don't. That's fine. Everybody's different, to each their own. And then my Sailor LaCool in Pearl with the medium fine nib with the Atramentis Artist Green Gray. And that is my currently inked for October. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and see you guys later. Bye.